Today we're going to be talking about your genetic potential and how you can find out in the next few minutes what your elite level genetics look like. If you was to follow a specific regimen, what would the Olympian version of yourself look like? Welcome back to Body by Bison. Before we go into that, I'd just like to take a moment to ask you to like and subscribe down below so you can keep up to date with the newest and latest information. When it comes down to genetics, most people get confused about what it means for their health and fitness. So I'm going to make it super simple with this little story. I want you to imagine for a moment that you're in a world where every single person is a dog and you just happen to be a border collie. Now you're out there running through the fields, clearing those walls, rounding up those sheep, doing what shepherd dogs or border collies do best. You get home after a hard day's work, you sit by the fire, kick your paws up, and you start reading the latest magazine, Dog's Health magazine. And on the front cover is a great big muscular Great Dane. And in the caption below, the main headline says, "Build strong legs like a Great Dane." Now as a border collie, you think, oh yeah, look at those legs, I'd love to have legs like that. I think how much stronger and more powerful I would be. And so you follow those exercises and you start doing them daily. And yes, you begin to notice that, oh my god, I'm getting stronger, my muscles are getting bigger, this is great. But for some reason, my paws, I haven't changed size. Is there something I'm doing wrong? You start to notice that you hit a bit of a limit. You can only get so big. And then you just think, oh okay, I wonder what else I'm doing wrong. What else could I be doing better? And so you go on to another magazine. Let's say it's called Dog's Fitness magazine. And on the front cover, there's that beautiful muscular Great Dane again. And it says, eat like a Great Dane to be like a Great Dane. And you see that this Great Dane meal plan is up there and it's an extra 700, 800 calories a day. And as that border collie, you think, great, that's what I've got to do. I've got to eat more to get those bigger muscles and become the Great Dane equivalent of the border collie. And so you start eating, putting on some size. However, this time round, it's not necessarily muscular size that's going on. You're noticing more body fat is going on. And now when you were running through the fields like you did earlier, instead of it being an elegant gallop and easily clearing those walls and rounding up those sheep, now things take more effort. Now for some reason your joints are hurting and feeling inflamed and you don't feel like you can run as easily as you used to be able to do, or that you don't have the energy that you used to have. Because you have that extra weight behind you, you're able to, yeah, sure, you can move more because you've got more weight behind you. Not necessarily the muscles doing more work, but the weight helping you. And all of this is just putting more stress, more pain through those joints. And so convinced the border collie version of yourself is doing something wrong, does what most of the people do, and they go online and they go to doggybuilding.com and they're searching, you know, they put in the exercise regime they're doing and the food stuff that they've been eating to be told one simple thing that they've done wrong. And oftentimes it'll be their mindset's not right. They just got to keep at it, put more grind in, put more grit in, go for it. And as you can imagine, as hearing that, thinking that it's just your mind, it's like a weird form of gaslighting in a way, that it's your mindset is the only thing that's wrong. They start to lose heart, and before you know it, they start to pull back from what they did, and now they are left to be overweight and things just feel even harder than when they were in the beginning. Now the moral of this story is very similar in real life. Yeah, we're not all dogs, I get that, but we all have different abilities. Our genetics are different. The best way to see this in real life is by going to a 5k park run. When you go to a 5k park run, you will see all different shapes and sizes, from the skinniest to the biggest people there. Everyone is there doing that 5k. No matter what size or build you are, you can do the 5k, absolutely. However, things start to appear when you start getting to the fastest times. So if you took the top 1% of those 5k runners and compared it with the other top 1% of another 5k runners, and you kept going and kept refining it down to the top 1%, what you'll notice is the body types start to look more and more identical. So sport in itself is like accelerated evolution. It's the same with any sport. When you look at all the swimmers in the Olympics, all these body types start looking similar, and then what you're left with is the genetic body type that is best suited to run 5k at fast times. Now, every person's body has a unique gift, has a unique potential. That's what evolution is, survival of the fittest. And the best way for you to tap into and find out what yours is, and the best way to find out what your genetic potential is to look at athletes, a big broad scope of athletes, and see what similarities in terms of body type that you might have with these people. Sure, you may not be as slim or as muscular as they are right now, but at least you get an idea of what potential you could be. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you can't be a 5k runner and be big or be different from the top level. You absolutely can be. You can just be the best version of yourself at that particular sport. So for myself, for example, I love ice hockey. It gives me great joy. Am I built like an ice hockey player? Absolutely not. However, it gives me joy to play it, and I can still improve myself to a great level for me, but I'll never play in the NHL. I'll never be at the top version of it. And that's okay, because I'm playing it for the joy of it rather than the pressure of I need to become the genetic peak of it. When you tap into what your body's special abilities are, that's when you can really start to have some fun and really start to make this lifestyle change that's going to bring out the best in you, not just physically but mentally as well. I hope that was helpful, and I'd love to hear what kind of athlete you think you're like. Drop that in the comments below and I will catch up with you soon. But once again, please hit that like and subscribe for the next video.